Shalom. Kal alayimla. Alahayanawa Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Rakah Kodash. The blinders to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach you and rule well, who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akyam, the fellow laborers, the hopeful elect, pushing this truth at risk of their own lives throughout the four corners of the earth. To the Akwath listening, learning in sincerity, and in truth and in silence, Shalom. It's your brother Shaman from the GMS Toronto camp here in Toronto, here with another lesson. All right, we'll get right into it, But once again, the trusting, 2/3 of our people, the NW, right, trusting in their oppression, right? And now this video, I was watching this video, fair use. This is for commentary purposes only. I do not own this video, and this video is not for monetary means, fair use. But he's going into the looting that's taking place, right? And in Walmart, right? Because these people trusted in oppression. Let me get that real quick. It's in Isaiah 14. Or is it 19? Isaiah 30. Verse 12. There's some more in here. Isaiah 30 verse 9 that points in 12. And it reads, Isaiah 30 and 8. Now go, write it before them in a table, the table being these scriptures, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever, right? And we're the last times where the men of the Lord are prophesying, right? What's noted in this book, this table, the table being the scriptures, right? Of what is to come, right? And what is the message? Doom and gloom, destruction, right? And salvation for the Israelites, Israel being a people before its place, right? But 2/3 of our people, they're rebellious, right? These people you see looting, right? Who trusted in oppression, they're rebellious. Verse 9, that this is a rebellious people, right? 2/3 of our people. Lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, right? And this truth has been going out, right? Beginning with our elder apostles on down, right? Beginning with their elders. This truth has been going out, right? For 50 plus years, since 1969, when Elder High Priest Abba Bivens, right, began to break down the scriptures, right? But 2/3 of the people, they don't want to hear it, right? They want to hear smooth things, right? We're going to read that in the next verse. Verse 10 would say to the seers, right, the prophets, right? So 2/3 of our people, they say to the men of the Lord, the men on the highways and the byways, the men doing these video epistles via the unicorn, right? What do they say? See not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits, right? They want to hear smooth, sugar-coated, fluffy, wrapped in bubble wrap. They want to hear a message wrapped in bubble wrap, right? Like when you order a TV and it comes in the box and you open the box, it's sealed in bubble plastic, right? To protect the television from receiving damage while it's being shipped. 2/3 of our people want to hear a bubble wrap message. They don't want to hear the truth. Verse 11, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us, right? We don't want to hear about Yahweh. We don't want to hear about Yahushai. We want to hear about Jebus. We want to hear about prosperity. We want to hear about the Edomite can be saved also. This is what 2/3 of our people want to hear. They want to hear about femininity, feminism. They want to hear about Queen of Heaven. They want to hear about pagan holidays. Right? These people are looting Walmart right? A pagan holiday is coming up in Babylon the Great, November, Thanksgiving, right? And these people who are on benefits are in an uproar. We'll get that, Lord willing. Verse 12, here's the point. Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, right? You 2/3, you despise this word. And trust in oppression, right? You trust in Esau. You trust in Daddy Esau's titty, right? You trust in the snaps, the benefits, the teats, the vintage, and perverseness, and stay thereon, right? Perverseness. And this kingdom, America the Great, Babylon the Great, it's lewd. Right? You look at this word perverse. Scriptures say the Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit. Right? The spirit of Babylon is perverse. Perverse. Adjective, online etymology, late 14th century. Wicked, from Old French, unnatural, degenerate, perverse, contrary, turned away, right? You 2/3 have turned away from the way from the right paths, the old paths. Turned away from what is right. Wrong, malicious, spiteful. Right, and that's 2/3 of our people, man. Scripture say, blood touches blood. Let me get that real quick. I'm just flowing in the spirit. Hosea. Is it 6? No, it's in 4. Hosea 4:1. Hear the word of the Lord Yahweh, ye children of Israel. For the Lord Yahweh hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai in the land. Right, and this place teaches you can do as thou wilt. You can be a Mo, you can be a Skittles kid, you can change your plumbing, you can worship whatever you want, YOLO, right? Everything contrary to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Verse 2, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood touches the blood, right? And that's America, man. This place is degenerate. This place is perverse. This place is wicked. Right? I wanted to touch on this just a little bit of the video, and then Lord will close out. Salakia. Khan.
He works at Walmart.
Once again, fair use, fair use, fair use.
He works at Walmart. Said he had to leave work yesterday. He had to leave work because they are already acting a fool and cutting up in Walmart. They said that people were everywhere in a Walmart. I don't know what exact location this was, but he said the Walmart that he was working at, they already started stealing out the stores. So they came in and ambushed the store. They were stealing everything. So they was tearing the store up. Say they was all in the back of the store getting stuff. People had trucks loading their trucks up and stuff. Say they had to shut the store down, get the people out, send people home. They say it was a mess. These people are already in Walmart stealing stuff because of the fear that they won't have no SNAP benefits. Now, they don't even know what November is going to bring. All they know is about what they're doing in October. But
yes, and that is very true. And something that I find very funny about all these people going out to steal from Walmart already is that at the time of this video being made, it's October 21st. It is October 21st, meaning food stamps isn't going to come around, or wouldn't have come around for another 10 days or 11 days. Another 11 days. So you're telling me that y'all just ran out of food stamps money already? Y'all get food stamps, around the first of the month, depending on your social security number. Y'all just ran out, so y'all just said, "Hey, I might not get food stamps for the next month. So let me just take it upon myself right now to go and raid a Walmart." And then you end up in jail. But you know what? If you're so worried about food and your food stamps being taken away, they'll feed you in jail. You can be in jail. They'll take your kids and put them in a foster home where they can also get food. So that's probably your best bet. Go to jail.
These people are in panic mode, and already they have started stealing out of Walmart.
Right, they're in panic mode because you're under a cruel lord. You trusted in oppression. And this is a segue to martial law, boots on the ground within Babylonian cities. We already see it. Our armies being mobilized, National Guard being mobilized, right? But order ad chaos. They gotta bring this chaos. They have to bring 144. Call Allah Yahweh Shai. They gotta bring this chaos, right, and then present a solution, right? And the solution will be guised, will be shrouded in, this is the new and better way. This is the safer way, right? I wanted to get a scripture. Second Ezra 9. Second Ezra 9. Second Ezra 9:3. And it reads, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, right? And we're in that time, right? We are in that time right now, live and direct, right? There's uproars worldwide, earthquakes daily, man. Verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, right? The Lord Yahweh Shemashai, these things have been prophesied and ordained from the beginning, right? And the Lord spoke of these things via the mouths of the prophets, right? Jeremiah 28. Let's get that real quick. Jeremiah 28. Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied, right? So it's always been the same message via the mouths of the prophets, right? And what was the message? Both against many countries and against great kingdoms, right? And the men of the Lord are prophesying against this great kingdom right now. This great kingdom, this great city being America the Great, Babylon the Great. And what's the message? Of war and of evil and of pestilence, right? So our forefathers, the prophets, Jeremiah, Isaiah, Ezekiel, Daniel, right, to name a few, they prophesied of war and of evil and of pestilence. And what are the men of the Lord doing today? Prophesying of war and of evil and of pestilence, right? Things aren't going to get better. It's not going to get better. It's going to continue to wax worse. Scriptures say, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, right? These are the times we're in, right? People are bugging out. The road rage demon, right? People are deleting one another for less than a reason, right? These are the times we are in.
Stealing out of Walmart. Not only that, some lady said that somebody stole her DoorDash. Like the DoorDash she ordered didn't even get to her house. So if I was you right about now, you better go out and get your own stuff. I don't advise you DoorDashing, because think about it. If somebody's going through rough times and you order $100 worth of groceries through DoorDash, I mean, it is what it is. Am I right? But yeah, it was a bad ride at a Walmart.
And yeah, she is right. There are people.
Yeah, people, we just quoted it. The love of many shall wax cold, but I wanted to get this scripture. 2 Ezra 15. Second Ezra 15 and 18. 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, right? 15-minute cities, checkpoints, right? Military checkpoints, martial law, right? Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, right? And the fear that's coming, the vibration of fear that is about to cloud Babylon the Great, we ain't seen nothing yet. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, right? We see low-level pettiness, people not receiving their DoorDash orders, right? It's going to escalate and get worse, right? People are not going to have pity on their neighbor. People aren't going to care about the next man beside them, but shall destroy their houses with sword and spoil their goods, right? Destroy their houses with sword. The sword, the modern day killing instrument, which is what? The blicky, right? Home invasions, violating your shit, running up in your crib. Right? It says here, spoil their goods, right? Taking your shit, right? Because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, right? Because there's going to be a lack, there's going to be food insecurity, Salakia, food insecurity, and great tribulation. This is what's coming. This is what's in the pike. This is what's on the horizon. Dark times. Right? And you women out here who've trusted, let's close with that, who've trusted in Daddy Esau, right? He don't give two fucks. Jeremiah 4:30. And when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do? Spoil means to take, rob, right? Violated, taken. Thou that clothest thyself with crimson, thou that deckest thee with ornaments of gold, right? You bad bitches. You got that fake weave in your hair. Right? You got that makeup, that witchcraft on your face, that sorcery, catfishing dudes out here. Thou that deckest thee with ornaments of gold, thou, Salakia, though thou rentest thy face with painting, right, the makeup, in vain shalt thou makest thyself fair, right? You've been high on the horse. you Jake woman, the N-Dub, right, Keisha, right, the N-Dub, Maria, the Northern Kingdom. Right, you've been all over social media, glorifying self, twerking all over social media. Right, doing hair videos. Look at me. Though thou rentest thy face with painting, in vain, right? Vain means empty. Shalt thou make thyself fair, right? All that, the latest nails, the latest fashions. The latest makeup trends, the eyelashes, right? It's all in vain. Thy lovers will despise thee, right? And who's the number one lover of the Israelite woman? Esau, Edom, right? You've been on SNAPs, assisted living benefits, right? EBTs up here in Canada is called assisted living and welfare. Right? It says here, thy lovers, right? You've been sucking Esau's titty, man. The benefits, the vintage, says here, shall despise thee, right? Listen, Nero 47, DT 45, right? His administration don't give two shits about the Israelites, Israel being a people before it's a place. He don't give two shits about you women out here about to get it hard, man. Thy lovers will despise thee. They will seek thy life, right? When all hell breaks loose, there's going to be ravishing of women out here, man. Low-level Esau is going to turn up. Them horns, right? We're not even going in. Listen, his Gurga troops, his military, they're going to be, the ICE agents, they're going to be stomping heads. But you're going to have low-level Edomites out here who are going to be turned up. They ain't going to have access to their meds. Cause Esau's jacked up on meds, man. Right, they won't be turned up out here. Right, the looting of Walmart, that's the prelude. That's just a prelude of what is to come. So that call Allah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshai Ba'Shem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone who teach one rule well. Shalom to the elect.